how she used to be, but I don't know, it just feels like if you get on top of her, she's still that counterable hero, you know? Like you need to build around her. I need to see a centaur or something now, just so you have a positioning tool. Abba's a good start. The Aphotic Shield's a save, of course. That is nice, but
Dire team pick.
Well, am I off base here?
No, you're not wrong. No, it's good. Because, like, for example, you don't necessarily want to go, like, Puck or something, maybe. I mean, you still can, but you both kind of play the same role, so you really need a lot of front line if you're going to try and play that strat. Like, if they wanted to go Puck mid, then this would have to be a core Abba, and they would need some other, probably, like, double tanky supports to try and make that situation work.
10 seconds remaining.
I like the idea of the Centaur for both teams, too, actually, right? Obviously, it's kind of hard to work in for Nigma unless they're going to do like that position 4, but the general idea of the Centaur being this idea of like mobility, like you're trying to get on top of the Drow or on top of the OD, and well, I suggested in the first phase and it makes it all the way through the second, so Nigma are going to be quite happy with that. Shen into Drow. They might even be able to pressure her lane with some early Harpies or any of those other creeps.
And now Nigma have gone for this double sustain strat that we were sort of hinting at for TNC across the chin of the Omni Knight.
5 seconds.
Very nice. 2 enabling heroes for this OD. Very strong.
March Warlock, perhaps, if they're kind of reflecting on how the series has gone. Like, the Warlock, a hero that they used to play quite a bit. It's all right versus this big 5-man. Oh, they could do the KP Veno. Yeah, they're going to Veno, I think, this game. So we'll get the March on the Venge. Maybe they can't fit the Veno, though, if March is going to be the Venge. It could be a Tim's Venge, a March Abba, and a Veno for KP. I feel like the Veno is just really nice because it's good versus OD, because OD doesn't want to hit Plague Wards ever, and it has the heal reduction versus the Chen and the Omni.
Oh, okay. That's true.
10 seconds remaining.
I like the Venge Drow combo. Kind of an old classic.
5 seconds remaining.
Aura up.
What's just like, it's such a good counter to the way that Chen tries to like buff all your HP regen in the laning stage, but we'll see if they think the Veno's worth it.
Yeah. It would give them a lot of slow, but not a lot of hard disable. Veno, Drow, Abba. You don't really
nice
have
if they could fit a
gotcha.
DK in. Yeah, it's true. There's no real gotcha, but like a DK would be nice, but you can't really pick DK into OD, unfortunately. So why this hero is still very strong.
Is that just a completely crippling matchup? Like,
yeah,
DK has no lane.
That's just no game.
All right.
It's because he can't like push out the wave well enough either. So it's not even one of those matchups that you can like ditch and like, you know, push the wave and go hit neutrals or something. It's like, no, OD says no to that. He'll just bully you on your hill. You're not going to get 2 breathe fires out on a creep wave or something. We need a GH hero. It's going to be a Tiny.
Okay.
Played very well in that last game. All right, guys. Ember's still in the pool. So if TNC don't ban it, Nigma will pick it. I think at this point, it's just a sign of strength. It's like, until people ban our Ember and OD, we will play them every game.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
I got no issues with the Ember, depending on what TNC grab right here.
Team ban.
And of course, Nigma will have the final pick. So there's the Huskar.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Okay.
Talked about him, I think, a little bit during Game 1's draft, but very excited to see him. He finally feels like a real hero. We mentioned this on the podcast that for so long, Huskar felt too one-dimensional and almost like undying level too early game. And now you can scale a little bit. You're jumping around, you're knocking people back, and you can just play like a nice, aggressive, mid-tempo kind of core.
Yeah, he's in this like weird spot now too where like we had a couple games in the minor where he wasn't doing that hot, and then the one iconic one that people have found a very good reason to complain about is that he was really far behind, and then he just filled his inventory with neutral items, and you're like, oh, well, suddenly even though you shut this guy down in lane, just because of the way his spells work, this hero's still incredibly strong with like those items that he's supposed to only get if he had a good lane, and And so it got kind of awkward, and he absolutely crushed the game despite not really having an amazing performance to start.
Yeah.
So we'll see if TNC can abuse that same idea here, as they will remove the Earthshaker here, trying to make sure there's no solid initiation here from TNC, and that is definitely looking like a lacking presence for them at the moment. It's really just a Huskar jump.
Can they fit in a puck here? I feel like that's what they need, a Dream Coil-esque.
Yeah, Tims can play it. They could do a 4-puck with the KP ABBA.
Might be a little unconventional or what have you, but...
Nah, I mean, there's no catch, right, from Nigma. The only thing they have is Avatos, and if you ever do that, then you have the phase shift. You can just, like, get out in the middle of the avalanche.
I also like having 2 forms of AoE silence. Gust and Rift makes the Omni Knight and Shen's life just a little more annoying.
Guys, do we ban the Ember? They're having the discussion. It's like, okay, well, if they pick Ember, then we're just going to lane the Huskar versus the Ember, and so then what? Okay, so then what are we going to pick instead? No, okay, we're going to ban the Ember, guys. We did it. And we're going to get that Venom answer. So it comes out, and then we're going to get a Wind Ranger, and let's play some Dota 2. All right.
Textbook Dota.
Yep. Well, I like the Venom for all the reasons listed before.
Yeah, you kind of sniped that. Veno with Huskar, you've got a lot of damage over time. The dots are nasty.
Man, that's a painful rotation. Now he just hasn't done anything.
So what's the play? He's going to taunt.
He's going to stack the small camp and then pull that next time. But that third wave, as we said, is now coming in here, and it's going to be in a good spot for mind control. Meanwhile, how has his absence impacted the top lane? Not too much. The wave is coming after Miracle here, as March went and grabbed the wave. So in the 2v3, they're trying to not fight.
They do find the leash, though. Toss back onto KP.
Oh, nice.
Trouble. That's the strike for Miracle.
Yep, Curl with the Purge Creep. Gets him again for the double. Beautiful play there.
Ouch. Amazing for Miracle.
That is actually a really nice creep to have when they're trying to manipulate the creep wave like that. Just being able to stop them from being able to commit to those shenanigans with the big slow.
Not only did Sark get those kills, but he is dominating CS right now. 15-5 compared to the 8-6 Drow Ranger on the other side of the map.
Yeah, they kind of missed their big payoff here of the big Veno pull with the ABBA, right? Because both of them died while that whole creep wave gets pulled over here. So now things are just really awkward. They dive in again, just need that toss back. And the Purge creep, yeah, he's dead.
GH with the rotations. Easy pounce for the Slark. Leash is there. March on the run, but the slow's just overwhelming. It only takes level 2 creep. It's a 5-second duration Purge.
Yeah, they got issues. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, issues a little bit for Armel. Getting a bit spicy there as Weehaw is going in. Oh, yeah. I believe he's quite dead, sir. Can't believe it's quick damage there, but easy grab.
GH gets in to make it an easy kill. Nice movements.
Big a 4-0 start.
Bummer, though, for TNC. This is brutal. Huskar, not the hero that wants to be dying at 4 minutes by any stretch of the imagination. Drow off to a little bit of a slow start. And this off lane, not great for TNC. So this is, I don't want to say 3 lanes lost, but certainly
I would
3
say
lanes won.
Bottom's okay. Like, the Omni's forced to pull. He's being harassed by the Venge. He actually just had to give his regen over to GH. And GH is also sitting under that same ward that spotted him when he was playing on the Earthshaker too. So this ward's been really good for shutting down the way that GH likes to play and pressuring this mid lane.
And it'll get better for the Drow as she levels up. More damage, easier to last hit, and just a little bit less.
Oh, another leash up top.
KP. Yeah, they're going to dive this and find another easy one. That Satyr Banisher is the hero. GH now with the toss.
Courier has been killed.
Gets March out of there.
Where did Miracle's courier die?
Not sure.
Must have been a couple plague wards. Yeah, there were 2 plague wards right in the way.
Okay.
That's rough.
I'll take that.
They're gonna get at least 2 bounties top, I think. Oh no, March is cutting through. Oh, no.
Stun.
Oh, the deny.
Very nice. Still only a level 2 Abba. There's the shield. Toss to the creep. Trying to get the body blocks. March running into no man's land.
It's probably out of mana, yeah. That is one thing about the Banisher that got nerfed a while back. So you don't have that many casts of the spell anymore, but Kuro made the most of it.
Basically unlimited, so
yeah.
Dyer's
It was a little broken.
I think we're in a much better spot with it. You can send them back to the well, though, right? It's probably not worth it, but you could in theory.
Yeah, theoretically.
Just
run him home,
I guess. Go, little guy. That whole time, Mind Control did a nice pull all the way back to his tier 3. So he's gotten level 4. Not really stopping the Drow from farming, but still being a little bit disruptive, making sure he gets something. Playing it as well as he can.
Miracle forced to TP home there. But it's a Chen, so of course that's completely fine. And back he comes.
Toss, double damage on Weehaw this time. Trying to body block March. There's the Aphotic Shield. Miss.
Man, that's going to be a 5th assist for GH.
Dyer's top tower is under
Very nice.
attack.
He is making life so good for his teammates right now. Part of 5 of the 6 kills, and he's not going anywhere. He's just going to run at our melt.
Tim?
The Avalanche is back.
There was a second courier there. Double damage rune. Still has a decent duration. Scary to trade with, and Armel gets burned. Nice Sanity's Eclipse. Weehaw ends up with a double kill. Oh no, 7-0. The gold lead isn't that big, but
Like really good neutral items.
Radiant's
I
top
think the
tower
armlet
is
just
under
enables
attack.
this hero so much. I have trouble arguing against trying to prioritize it.
Man, Kuro is a loyal guy, you see. He still has that Banisher. Said, dude, I'll just wait. You just regen. Oh, he's done here too. He's softening up his mud golem.
He's got the harpy
Radiant
now.
structures are fortified.
I want to see the Kuro big brain play where he like weakens the golem and then denies it after casting the spell.
Ah, I see.
That's huge. It's the
You're
5
down.
head.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack. Dyer's bottom
Pushed
tower
off by
has
Gabby.
fallen.
No deny attempt. You know, speaking of Chen creeps that have gotten the mana nerf, the harpy 50 mana on Chain Lightning. She's got 150. Didn't she used to have like 400 mana?
It was something insane. You could actually cast it like 11 times or something.
Yeah,
I think when I first
remember
started playing.
Watching Chens get this creep and just shove it in the mid lane, and I don't know what you do.
You
3
lost.
seems reasonable.
It was amazing it wasn't done more, frankly. It was definitely broken.
Yeah.
There was some code of honor that just stopped people from doing it, I guess. It's the only explanation I have.
I don't know.
Radiant's
Pretty
middle
cheesy. It
tower
had a pretty
is
long
under
cast
attack.
range too, so if it was a melee hero, you just couldn't really kill the Harpy. Brutal.
Well, that net worth, it has flipped over. Kills mean nothing. In Dota 2, it seems. Now, mind you, XP is that big factor. Now it's a 2k XP lead. And I know my good friend Dota Plus is a big fan of XP leads versus gold leads.
Not today.
Not today. I believe it has TNC favorite still right now, right?
Yep.
By 2%. Well, 4%, I suppose.
Uh-oh.
NA
This
math,
could be
you know.
the XP recovery. Nope. Kuro comes in.
Regeneration.
Ravel, he'll grab that
Dire's
outpost.
bottom
And of course,
tower
down
is under
bottom.
attack.
Radiant have already
Radiant's
secured.
middle tower is under attack.
Been spread.
I'm concerned for the TNC Veno whenever it's not like top 3 net worth. And like he's 5th, and that's not terrible, but he's a long 5th. He's like 700 gold behind Weehaw, and this guy needs to be like really rich because now he can't play KP Veno style. He has to play I need a 4-staff in this game Veno. Like, it's not the boots of travel. Now, to be fair, I guess like the Plague Wards are more important this game. In the actual team fights, it's not really like a big split push game for him here. He doesn't have any points in the Gale yet. He's just like focused on being active and engaged in the team fights to try and capitalize on the fact that they have this early game value of a Huskar and a Drow. So maybe he'll go like 4-staff Greaves because of that.
Damage on a mind control down bottom. Level 6 still has a purification. Should be okay.
Oh. Narrowly.
That multi-shot there. Yeah, this build on Veno is also really good for farming. I think that's part of where this gold difference is coming from, is that he's able to sit in the jungle and farm reasonably quickly. And even though Omni Knight's hanging around,
I mean, Omni's the lowest of this team.
he's got nothing. You know, he's not really playing a 3 right now. Gabby, though, gonna get caught near the outpost. Should have plenty of damage, and it's a dead Drow.
Oh, he did
Does
get
get the counter kill into mind control, though.
the death throws there. I think MC still got the... Oh, no, he didn't get anything. I don't have the fight recap yet. Let's see. Did he get XP?
Nope. Not according to the recap.
I don't think it's popped yet, though. That's for the other kill.
Oh.
On the ABBA, I think. Whatever.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So, again, ABBA was forced to, like, sit mid. So March is just trying to, like, protect Armel and help him get some farm versus the OD. But he's just free food to the OD whenever Weehaw feels like it. Looks like he dropped another sanities on him.
The Keen Optic is legit. I feel like every time I see that item drop, my eyes just light up a little and go, oh, yeah.
Oh, a DD rune will say, well, we'll take this a little early. I mean, it's not that bad. They already have the armlet, so it's definitely possible. There's no points in the curse, though. This might be one of those games where you'd be like, that value point would have been pretty handy, dude.
They're going to get away with this, though. Enigma either seem unaware or not too concerned.
Immortality.
There you go.
I mean, they did just Sanity's March in the mid lane, so their ability to fight into that is going to be pretty weak. And it's actually not going to get a 4-staff there. KP, in unusual fashion, finishes the medallion after killing Roche. But just identifying that he can help protect his teammates from the Slark by using that medallion. And now he wants a Solar Crest after that, too, to just buff up his Huskar and his Drow.
Okay.
I wonder why he didn't get 4-staff. Is someone else getting 4-staff in time for the Slark, or are we just going to fight it?
Drow's going for the Hurricane Pike. And I think that's it for now. Home of the Dominator queued up for Venge. Yeah, that's it.
Maybe their thought process is that even if we get pounced, we're still just going to be fighting anyway, so I don't need to free you, but... I don't know, pretty rough. Then again, you know, Huskar notoriously susceptible to the physical, I suppose. Not that he really goes that way anymore. He's only got 38% magic resistance. The triple bracer makes him feel a little bit more like old Huskar.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Love Halberd, though.
Tower is under attack.
feel good item, especially when you can grab it early on an armlet hero.
Dude, Sanj is insane. Like, Sanj is just crazy. That item feels so good on any strength core right now.
And it's so easy to build. I completely agree.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gabby is being scouted out here by GH. It looks like Gabby knows. Yeah, he's gonna ping it. They got a ward here for sure. Good call from Gabby. Oh, Miracle looking for farm in the back lines. They're cutting waves, scouting the fact that KP's behind that tower. And he's gonna start pulling away here. The problem will be what can TNT get done with its Aegis, because Enigma have any real reason to fight them?
Usable Blade on Slark, I think, has come out. So
yeah,
little item peak there, but yeah, not a huge incentive.
Well, how do you die Venom, right? They're just gonna do a toss. Oh no, they're not. Oh, they have a haste.
Avalanche toss on the Miracle.
Easy. Dude, that was sick. I did not see the haste rune. Dude, that was hype. So I'll hasten, I'll toss him, and I'm just gonna instantly TP because I know that I'm gonna take a bunch of damage and they're gonna rotate one in. That was pretty cool.
It was a layup. And Miracle says, hey, let's just go for some stats. I want the Scotty. Give me an eye, baby.
In that time period, what did they get, though? They got the top tower taken down, it looks like.
Rewarded.
Top. Now dead for Enigma.
Radiant's bottom tower
GH
is
now.
under attack.
Well, I don't know. I'm not feeling too good about TNC right now. This feels like it's going to be very precise to win this game. They need some real good team fights coming out now. And with that Sarge.
And a clumsy net, dude. Hit the hell out of
Oh,
it.
and Essence Ring? Like, Essence Ring went from, like, bad item to, like, kind of busted item.
Dire structures are fortified.
Yeah, OD is in a pretty good spot right now. I'm not going to lie. I would be a little scared if I were TNC.
You should be.
Yeah, pass the net over to GH. They've gotten some great neutral items.
Now, I just want to point out that Huskar has 1/3 the mana of an OD with 2 points insanity. So just keep that in mind during the next team fight. Yeah. Oh,
Sanj
God.
is up.
Is he? I mean, he has the Aegis. They might not want to drop it. Oh, he's stacking that in, though.
My thanks.
Radiant's
Things
middle tower
slowly
is under
moving.
attack.
TNC really want to pick a fight, but they're being very cautious about how they go about it. Good positioning from Enigma as well, not really giving them an opening. And Enigma are not overreacting. They've got 2 heroes out in the lanes just continuing to pressure.
They don't have any catch, though, as you can see. Like, this is why Disruptor feels kind of good in these lineups. Like, if they could have gotten a swap or something, like some of these heroes were just playing so close, but they have no way to punish that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a lot of green diamonds up top there for Enigma. The ultimates are there. Oh, this is scary. How much time's left on this Aegis? There's only 20 seconds left. This is a very scary time to fight.
Miracle. He's gonna go in the front line.
Oh, you know Nick was timing this, dude. 10 seconds left on that Aegis. Weehaw's gonna dump it on him.
Heavenly Grace.
6 seconds. Oh,
Working
dude, I'm all
wonders.
screwed.
Miracle needs to be a little careful. There's the ultimate.
Get him, Weehaw, go. Oh, here it comes. There it goes. Someone force staff me. Oh, they don't have any catch either on the side of Enigma.
All right, there's the reset for Huskar. And TNC might just back out. Without the Aegis, I don't think they're nearly as confident. And there's the retreat.
I'm really glad they didn't try and force that. Because if you end up losing that Aegis on that high ground, then you are just going to get sanities and absolutely blown up.
Yep.
And now he has the halberd too, so another big improvement for the hero.
Certainly great against the OD. You mentioned the Ags with the Astrals. Mitigates it a little bit, but...
Oh, they got the fangs on Huskar though. That's a nice item.
Great.
And KP, I noticed that he was saving his gold, and he didn't, even though he bought the Crest recipe, he recognized that he needed boots of travel for bottom lane. So he stopped finishing it out on the ultimate orb and went back for the bots. Very annoying because of like the sunk cost fallacy going on, but I'm glad he didn't fall victim to it because he recognized that I don't need Solar Crest right now. I really need to travel.
Here comes Miracle though, double damage rune. This is scary, right in onto the Huskar. Gets the Heavenly Grace. There's the setup.
He's just getting isolated right now.
They're going to break this fight up as the Slug jumps in onto the back line. Swap from the bench, the GA, but KP goes down. They've lost 2 on the side of TNC, and Miracle is not done yet. He jumps in onto Armel. Another Astral. Armel just cannot stack up the damage.
Oh, they can't even fight them, dude.
They can't do anything. It's going to be a clean sweep. A 5-0. Nigma completely roll over TNC. The OD Aghanims in full force here, bud.
With the Centaur boys, man. Just tab stun. Tab stun. Easy setups from the Astral. That was clinical. All right.
Dude, I feel like that's a team
Nigma,
fight
dude.
that I wish we could go back and watch in like half speed just to see the continual disruption. Like, I want to watch that from Armel's perspective. I don't think he did anything.
No, it was very depressing. He
still did
got
5K
Astral,
damage, but
yeah, that was a super sad fight. I mean, Drow did 400 damage that team fight. The Abba did more damage. By putting shields on people die.
Battle at the outpost. It's Miracle again in the front lines. This time OD uses the ultimate. 2 more heroes evaporate from the battlefield. Grab 1 more. Now Drow Ranger gets run down. This could be a quick game 3. 19-1 at 20 minutes.
Yeah. Nigma talked about this a lot in their interviews at the minor, where they said they felt like they had a really good read on their enemy team's timings in a lot of these games, and that's why the PL was working out so well for them, is that they never panicked, and they always recognized what their timings were and when they were going to win the game, and just don't freak out. And that's what they did again. They didn't take any bad fights when they were in a slightly compromised position. Like, this wasn't like an out-of-control Huskar Drow game, but they still had the ability to 5-man and start moving through lanes, and Nigma did not try and contest that. They just said, we know that once we have this Aghanims, the game's going to be really easy. Once Miracle's a couple items, piece of cake, and now he's going to be super beefy with a full Scotty. Nearly complete here, just 500 gold away.
Yeah, the Aghanims on OD definitely was a game changer. Nigma definitely played that really well. They were also smart enough to wait for a double damage rune to spawn before initiating, and that certainly made it a lot easier. I mean, Miracle was just jumping in the front line, doing big damage. There was no stopping that Slark.
Well, Kuro really enjoyed that last team fight, and he said, you know what would be better than 2 Centaurs? I think I'm just going to get 4 Centaurs. So, Weehaw, you just Astral them, and I'll just chain stun them for 8 seconds after. How's that sound?
That sounds pretty good.
It sounds a little busted.
Yeah, I think he pulled the calculator out on that Harpy. It was just like, yeah, you did some stuff earlier on, but we've got bigger plans in store. We need to demoralize TNC with this victory. A win is not enough.
Will TNC get another kill? I kind of think they won't. I don't know if they have the burst damage to do it.
Yeah, I think against Chen and Omni Knight,
I really don't think they're gonna. They might pick off GH. That's the only thing I could see.
I could see GH making an aggressive play and sort of sacrificing himself to set up a good team fight or something like that.
The only problem is he can just TP unless there's Avenge swapping or stunning.
Yeah. He also has a Yules now, so he can afford to be pretty aggressive. They are going to jump in onto Armel. Toss out again. GH has been on point this game. Huskar doing everything he can, and he makes it back up to the high ground. Miracle, not a fear in the world, gets the Heavenly Grace, jumps in. Now, Venno did get off an ultimate, and that will, I don't want to say scare them, but remind Enigma that, yes, indeed, there is a tier 2 tower here, so we're tiding into an immune tier 3 as they find Armel again. Huskar sustaining until Weehaw starts laying in the right clicks. Now OD, you'd be a little bit careful. March, no borrowed time. Oh my, that's a Sanities, that's a dead KP, and it's a dead Gabby. GG, yeah. Not another death on the side of Nigma. 25-1, a clinical finish for game 3. Nigma is here, and they are hungry for a win.
Man, they just like wrote down some timing, some items, and said, all right, until that, we're just not going to engage them. And that was definitely the play. Miracle did a great job of just dodging and avoiding all the fights and engagement until it was clear that his team was just going to be completely outclassing the opponent there. Kuro, amazing play on the Chen, and well, mind control. Sadly, huge feeder. 1 death. Right. You hate.
well before he can really turn up to the fights, unless they find some sort of solo kill potential. But as it has been so far, Secret, they've not really been going out alone. There's always been backup close by.
No, Matumbaman's actually like the only one really showing in the lanes most of the time. It's an Ion Shell that blindly pushes out one lane, and then a DK or a Mars that kind of quickly pushes out one, and then a Slark zone. So it's really tough to actually make a play onto these heroes, as we saw what happened. I mean, Zai was 0-4, right? Now he's still 2, 4, and 6. He got that extra little bit of tankiness, survives once or twice, and just spooked Vici from ever making a move on him again.
Dire's bottom tower.
And Matumba's just feeling just so powerful, as he should. But the blade mail,
It gets caught.
does get caught.
That's the one time. Can they do it a second? Everyone's here on Vici Gaming, but so is the same for Secret. They're there. And Matu can bounce back to safety.
So that's the blade mail reveal. They're aware of that one now. He has to be a little bit more careful with how he steps up in those scenarios.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So they can get some more tier 2s. They have to fully commit. The armor is out, slowing it down a little bit. The Secret, they're going to stand strong. Down the high ground, ready for any opportunity presented by Vici Gaming. But Vici Gaming
That is a
making a wise move. They're not leaving the base here on this bottom lane. They're not going forward.
Scary place to fight. Right there, I've actually noticed like most of the games I see teams lose is when they try to get caught right behind that tower. That little spot right there is a death trap.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Especially, I mean, versus a Mars too, that seems
Invisibility.
uncontestable. Continuing to build up those auras. We see the Vanguard picked up for Yapsor. Next will be that Crimson, since he's playing versus the Drow Ranger. Also pretty decent versus Storm, even though he's a lot of magical
He
damage.
wants to go. He's going to zip in on Puppy. They got the call connection from Yang. There's the jump for Zai. Maybe that's what around. He is being focused down by Eurus. The damage is far too much for Zai to deal with. There's going to be 2 kills for Yang, 2 Bloodstone charges for Ori. Secret a little broken up there on the retreat. Both Zai and Puppy staying around. Puppy getting caught, and Zai making the mistake to try and help. So that will give
That's the BKB.
yeah, that big old item pickup suddenly makes it a little harder for Secret to punish Ori in these fights.
Quite a lot harder.
Like they, you know, he's invulnerable basically in this game. There's nothing to hold him down through the BKB.
Yeah. Until the Basher, I think the Basher may have already been picked
He has
up,
the
right?
money, right?
He does have
he's
it.
got it, yeah.
So
Okay.
Basher, he does have to get a little bit concerned about, but yeah, besides that, nope.
Definitely a game still in a delicate position, even though Secret have the lead. This
That's a solid item.
Storm and Drow play can ruin them.
I like that. If he could try to ever give it to the Storm Spirit. It's also good on Eurus, so he might just keep it, the Mindbreaker that was just picked up. But if he can actually pass that to the Storm, it's not an Orchid per se, but it's, you know, that little mini one can definitely catch Slarks or somebody off guard.
Dire.
Could also just keep it on himself, though. All depends. Trying to keep control of the reward here.
Matthew just scanning out, seeing if they had any vision around the area. They don't. No wards, in fact, over Secret's half of the map, Vici. Just over their own.
They bring
the Secret's own vision, they're pretty lacking at the moment.
Yeah, they only have the one ward kind of protecting
Roche.
Nisha and the Roche area. Yeah, Nisha just, they're actually, look, they're playing 4 heroes to protect the bottom tower and just having Nisha solo farm for a moment. And then they quickly back off and cleared out those stacks when they saw Vici backed up. And he did get the pass off of the Mindbreaker. So Ori does have that.
BKB done for Nisha. We have the 15 hit by Yapsor, so he has got the extra AoE on the vacuum now.
Oh yeah, that one's actually pretty big.
Yeah, literally.
Yep.
I mean, this game, it's...
I think they're going to smoke
you
and
just
fight
sort
now.
of feel more comfortable with and now it's to this point where the BKBs are coming out into play. I mean, I feel the Matu Slark's definitely
Slark
the big
is so
one.
scary. Yeah, the Slark is still feeling like
He's the
going
one-
to reign supreme.
Yeah, it's just going to scale up that little bit harder than anything that Vici have.
Just depends on if does he get caught by an axe blade mail and just die or something inside of the fight. So yeah, Slark definitely feels really strong. Very close game. It's gonna be a lot up to these initiations and who gets a better jump.
Ooh!
And then we have a bit of a different item completed by Eurus, going for the silver edge. I mean, why completing the silver edge? Who are you mainly thinking about? Are you thinking about killing this Dragon Knight, breaking him, or that's the main reason you see this game?
Definitely. I mean, they're going to be able to bring him down so much faster with this, for sure.
Yeah, they definitely needed something, as Nisha has been getting away with jumping him with a Blink Dragon Tail and not being punished because of that high armor and regen that he does have.
No, it definitely does seem like a very good Silver Edge game in this one. It's also just it's good to protect him versus the Slark. If Slark doesn't have any type of detection, doesn't connect with the pounce, he's able to just invis away too. And of course for the break reasons. Yeah, feels really solid. Good for positioning.
Yeah, another BKB soon as be in the game. Matu just under 1,000 away from having his own done. As again the game slips into this sort of passive play where both teams feeling an item away from when they want to make moves. Now it does seem that Vici, they know Roshan's coming up soon.
Yeah, they've got these BKBs and like all these little pickups that they've gotten, the Silver Edge and on top too, with that Mindbreaker on the Storm too. They should feel pretty strong here, but as soon as they're walking up toward the high ground,
spotted.
They get spotted. And they don't want to make the same mistakes as the first game, walking into high grounds blind. And
it would definitely be nice if they can fight before Matu's BKB is done. He is close. Yep, with the zip, they'll start a fight quickly on to Zai. Zai protected by the Glitter Cape, turns, he's still alive, surged up, Yapsa will save him. Now Matu's trying to go in the counterplay, him and Isha jumped in onto the support, or he's still chasing down, didn't kill off Zai, Zai's buying back though, Secret, they're in the strong position to overrun this fight. BKB now popped by Ori, he'll try and drag back Nisha into the power of Eurus. Is it enough? It doesn't look like it. Zai drops down the ult, Ori able to zip out in time, they've caught Matu, vacuum on a 3, into the wall they go, they're low on mana, now Vici they're trying to run, a Secret move forward, Eurus and Yang are gone, the pullback's there onto Ori, he's only got a little bit of mana left to play with, there's the final zip out, Nisha chases him down, stuns out, Vici Gaming fall over in the fight, as Secret, they know that it's time to strike. You saw their Vici Gaming off the back of that smoke, as soon as they were seen, you could tell they knew that already it was going to be a hard fight to take. But then Secret, straight up, no hesitation as well. Zai with the buyback, both Yang and Zai, the two offlaners buying back. Yang with the dieback, Zai able to come in, just dropping down the arena, making sure that Vici Gaming weren't able to commit. They had to start running, and as soon as they turned, with these blink plays, Nisha could just keep chasing and turn kill into kill into kill.
Matama just got every attack off, and then they have Greaves and Crimson Guard. So the damage just was completely negated. And then, like you said, the Mars jumps in afterwards, just in case, puts down the wall to plot.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But Yapso's as big as he is, this Darkseer, with the items he has, it's just too much sustain for Vici Gaming to fight through. No longer can they zip in, commit with the BKBs, and especially now that they're BKBs, they're getting very short in duration.
Yeah, that's literally what I was gonna be. I just cannot believe that I'm gonna be in a position where I'm gonna say this 4-position Darkseer just actually owns so hard.
I really did.
Like Nisha and Matamba Man absolutely played phenomenal with these, you know, like 0 deaths on their carries, or 1 death, whatever it is. No, actually, no, 0, sorry. 0 deaths on either of them, but man, Yapso with these clutch mechs and greens and stuff like that, just keeping his team a little bit alive. And have a grab, pretty huge.
Matu, can they get him out? Shadow Dance and a pounce away. Matu is fine.
Nice Yules by Sai there onto that Blade Mail Axe, preventing majority of that damage. Matamba would have like definitely died there if he didn't do that.
I mean, what do you think about Yang's decision this game? Obviously, he goes for this blade mail, but it isn't the build that you sort of see as the standard axes when Axe was being picked right. It was the sort of the auras, because there is that problem with this build that if you don't make these ganks happen as soon as you get the blink, you fall behind, and then you do start to feed a little bit, don't you?
I mean, he did not find any opportunities that I saw. Like, I just legit did not see him getting any chances where he would just find a blink target, blink call, get a kill, right? I feel like we saw, what, maybe 1 when he got the, like, it felt very, very little for him to actually be able to find anything. That is probably why we do see that other build.
It's been a rough game for Yang here. Now, 18k down, Vici Gaming. Secret more than ready to make the next move and push up to high ground once again as they wish.
Look how fast that escalated too. It was actually just so even until like 29 minutes, and then just boom.
They struggle to win the fights, Vici.
Yeah. Have to be able to win the fights.
Last game we sort of saw Secret with the damage issues, and this time around it's Vici's falling into that similar problem.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Secret just did.
And they can do this. The blade bout, he does not care about it one bit right now. Just pops BKB.
And he gets,
no worries. They get both the cores.
Did you see that? He does the shields, the bulwark, which applies the Mindbreaker.
And so the shield crash.
What? No. Oh, God's Rebuke. God damn, I can't remember all these damn names anymore.
Damn, neither can I, apparently.
God's Rebuke. God's Rebuke. God's rebukes him with the Mindbreaker and silences the storm and able to kill him off. And now 70 seconds where they can continue to dive forward and look for kills and close up the game. There's a well-executed draft and Puppy. Yeah. Busting out the big guns. The 4-position Darkseer.
And Secret really did tidy it up here in this game 3. So game 2, it looks sloppy from Secret, but this game 3,
their best early game.
Yeah.
Even though they had
like it from the start.
Yeah, like the first 10 minutes, maybe like whatever, but then afterwards they recovered and they were just farming. They weren't getting on and picked off. It's like Zai died the 4 times and then that was it.
Well, that's the thing as well. It really was sort of, Vici had an okay start, but they made mistakes like they were in game 1. They dove mid with Eurus and Ori. They both died. Then Yang dies bottom. And suddenly, when you've had an even start to a match, but you just fed your 3 cores as that, yeah, you're going to be in for a bit of a tough one to try and get that momentum back in your hands. And Secret did not let them. Secret have ruled the game ever since.
They're not making mistakes either. They're not getting picked off. This Puppy's not farming. I mean, this is some of the few times that I've actually seen him like farming in this game. He's been pretty quietly like sitting behind people. But yeah, they're just not getting picked off by any of the heroes in Vici. Now Vici's trapped in their base. As the lead will continue to grow.
And I really do think, if Blink Blade Malax isn't doing the job against the Slark in this game, I don't know when that sort of hero and that build is going to work. I think it's very hard, and Yang's definitely experiencing the struggles of having that build and not having that sort of mid game that he dreams of.
I mean, Blade Mail just overall as an item, after the last patch, just got hit so hard. It feels so weak. It's like you either own with it the moment that you have it for the next like 5 minutes, or they just don't care about it anymore. They just get their BKB, they get their everything, and it doesn't do anything anymore.
I'll try and set the tree in here. They do get the call off, but Zai's in with the arena down. Eurus will BKB and manage to run himself out, but they're just falling. Yang He's gone. Zai's got the control with the Yules, and GG indeed is called. Secret take this game 3, and with that, of course, the series 2-1. A bit of an up and down series. As said, Secret needed to step it up, and they certainly did. This game 3 looked to be Secret back on top form. Fiji Gaming did not stand a chance here.
Yeah, and they did it with a bit of an unorthodox, I mean, not fully unorthodox draft, but they had a 4 precision archer, so we'll call it unorthodox anyway.
Yeah, and
it looked good.
It looked great.
Pretty strong.
Oh, thanks. Don't mind shoelaces here, Carl. No, I think it's living. But yeah, it looked fantastic. I think we can definitely expect to see that again, right? The absolute darks here.
This will do just fine. By the omniscience. Healing and power. Fear nothing.
I'll take that.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The tide in your deck. All-knowing one.
Dire are scanning.
All wands will break.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's courier has been killed. Radiant's courier has been killed.
Another stain on the battlefield.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Denied.
Denied.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I stand.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Deploying help.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
All-knowing. No sorceries avail. Denied.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
The armor of omniscience.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The omniscience.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Almighty money. In the line of duty.
Every coin get faster.
Go on.
Pain, meet ugly. Ugly, pain.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's turret has been killed. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Carve in my initials.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire are scanning.
Hey, thanks.
Пока у нас продолжается битва между Альянс и Virtus.pro, мы вам рады сообщить, что абсолютно все 4 матча второго захода, все 4 полуфинала группа стартовали у нас на наших 4 каналах. Вы можете смотреть эти трансляции. Итак, на канале под номером 2 по-прежнему Каспер Гатхан комментирует для вас первую карту Альянс ВП. На канале под номером 3 только вот сейчас стартовал драфт первой карты. Liquid против Pain играет Олси и Габлак. Эту игру для вас будет комментировать. Напомню еще раз, победитель попадает на Нави, проигравший будет играть с ЕГЭ за право жизни. Это, конечно, очень тяжелый момент. На канале под номером 4 продолжается битва. Там 30-я минута уже игры идет. Астер против Fnatic. Fnatic только что выдали великолепный файт, где убили 4 героев команды из Китая и зарабатывают преимущество, проигрывая абсолютно всю игру, всю карту. У Fnatic сейчас появилось преимущество наконец-то. И они ведут более 5000. Это все на канале под номером 4 для вас комментируют Бафик и Трон. Ну и на канале под номером 5 прямо сейчас заканчивается пик в матче Beast Coast против Хаоса. Версута и ПГГ это комментируют на канале под номером 5. Но мы возвращаемся очень быстро к матчу Альянс ВП.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yes. I'll take that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Haste.
Radiant are scanning.
You're not going anywhere.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
All bombs will break.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Your shrine has fallen to the ground.
Where's my pension?
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire are scanning.
How much space he's creating. This top racks is just gonna go down for free. All for a Treant Protector. My goodness. Well, 33 is here as well, and Treant Fod is fine. They're gonna get full racks with 0 defense at all. I hear a lasso. Where the hell is that? He was on to 33 apparently, but
Save tried to keep himself alive. Didn't manage.
My goodness.
To save himself.
Yes. not too big of a fan.
VP's in trouble. No, it was a pun on his nickname, Shannon. Come on.
I know.
Okay. You're just pretending to be stupid.
Yes. Anytime I sound stupid, Cinder, I'm pretending. It's the true Slack special.
There's a moment like this, I can't help but think of that meme with Herder. I was just pretending. I don't know if you know it. Do you know that?
No, yeah, I know that one.
Yeah,
true.
That's you.
Just kidding, idiot. You're the idiot for thinking I'm an idiot.
Oh well.
Yeah, but they're in trouble.
Okay,
sure.
Alliance are just really in the driver's seat here. Things have not come together for VP in the way they wanted to take fights, and I'm pretty certain if Alliance win this game, we will not be seeing IO next game. And it's not really because IO just dumpstered this game or was the sole reason they won, but VP just seemed to really struggle with finding their footing on the map, because either you 5-man and you find a fight where there's still the relocate threat, or if you spread the map too thin, you can get killed by getting Doom plus reload or Shackle Shot plus reload. So we see the fights that are happening, but all the fights that are not happening are still in the minds of the players, and it makes the map difficult to play. No one's gonna get caught here. He is doomed. No, he's not. Yeah, he is doomed. He's dead.
Yeah, he is certainly doomed, in one way or another. I'm questioning why. Oh, they're actually going to counterattack him here. They bring him back to this bot lane, but who's really on the offensive? Nico Baby pops the BKB. Io seems impossible to kill, but he has absolutely no mana to speak of, so he'll finally go down. And on Nico Baby, trying to run back to the arms of his comrades in arms.
Got a little bit of stacks on Slark, so yeah, see if they can make anything with this. They know IO doesn't have buyback, I think. Or actually, they don't know. I looked at the death timer and I was like, man, did he buy back in the previous fight? He's just level 21. That's actually...
He's a beast.
It's just his natural death timer right now. It looked like a buyback death timer, but we are actually 38 minutes into the game. It doesn't feel like it's been that long to me, but it actually has.
It's almost time for the next tier of neutral items, my friend.
Oh, yeah. Let's look what IO can find. Witless Shaco.
That's an amazing one, right?
Yeah.
You don't need that much mana.
What would be the best items for each respective team? I think Witless Shaco is always amazing. This item is incredibly good. There are some heroes in this game. I think Timeless Relic could be really good on Doom. Spell Prism, I think, always has a user. 20 CDR is crazy good.
Is there any good Dispel for Flicker? I think Flicker, we talked about this on our podcast, I think this is one of the strongest items. Just because of the Dispel. It's a 5-second cooldown Dispel, and it gives passive 30 move speed. That's really good.
At the same time, it's a strange item just because of its unreliability, right? You get Overgrowth and you're like, I'm just gonna flicker, and then you blink into the enemy team. And then, well, did it really help you, right? If you could choose your direction, it would obviously be crazy, like, what an item. But it's just... As if it wasn't RNG enough with neutral items, let's make them put you in neutral random directions.
Yeah, why not? Let's just make them all like that.
It's one of the items that I'm a bit on the fence about, just because of its random nature and because of how much it varies in usefulness in the game. I don't think this is a very good flicker game, personally. Can you flicker out of pounce? Then it might be pretty good against Slark.
I don't think
it blinks
so.
you, so I guess you can't, right? It's a...
Yeah.
Oh, you can't flicker out of overgrowth either, right?
Oh, I didn't...
So
well,
you
no,
can...
it's a dispel, though. Dispel will get
But does it dispel before the blink or after?
I don't know. Actually, that's true. That might be even better if it dispels and does not blink you, right? That's actually
it says
really
dispels, debuffs, and blinks you, but I'm pretty sure I read that it doesn't work against roots at all. Like, you actually can't activate it because it's coded like Blink Dagger.
Ah, I see. Okay,
but I'm not 100% sure.
All right, so if that's the case, I did not know that, then that's definitely a lot weaker than I thought, because there's a lot of roots in the game just in general.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, if I had the choice in any game and I'm playing, I don't know, I'm just thinking on average, this is one of the items I would like to find the least, after the one that Gyro just found, in particular. I think Minotaur Horn is... It has games where it can be amazing, but it's again, the likelihood, right? What kind of fight will this do? I think the concept is awesome, I just don't think it should be tier 3.
I think it's
tier 4.
It's better than your... After we talked about it, I was pretty much the same opinion of you. I don't like it, but it is 400 HP at the end of the day for free.
Sure, yeah, the stats are great, right? But the active is very... It's very situational. Sometimes it's awesome and you make sick plays, and the other times it's like meh. Kind of like Mischief from Monkey King, just because of the short duration, right?
Yeah.
So if you imagine this being a tier 3
gets caught off guard. We're gonna go
boy.
for the IO RP onto 2. Lich ult to follow. IO is donezo. Gyro in the meantime, it does have Satanic. Will pop it, but will not live through the day. So that's a great RP this time.
Okay.
No 2 for nothing.
They finally found the IO Gyro separated from their team. Just a moment, just a lapse of concentration once for Alliance, or rather, a good play from VP that finally was rewarded.
Yeah, give them some credits.
And now you gotta try to ride this. You have 2 dead heroes on Alliance's side. You have stacks on Slark. He's level 25. More and more hits on him will just ramp him up further. See Fata here. He should be able to get out though. He'll be fine.
No vision here for Epileptic.
And because they're this far behind, they were 21k behind. These 2 kills just swung the game by 6k gold. 7k gold now. It was a 21, right? No, it's 14. I'm pretty sure. So
something up there, yeah.
Look at the expectancy graph just from that. That's just 2 kills. There's such
I still don't know what the hotkey is for that, and I'm not gonna... Nope, doesn't work for me, Cinder. I must have rebounded.
Alt F4.
No. I won't fall for that one again.
Again.
That's an old Counter-Strike beta, or original Half-Life meme, actually.
I remember Alt QQ from, I'll never forget Alt QQ from Warcraft 3. That's the vintage one from me. Oh, lasso.
Alright, we're gonna see the lasso onto Fata, and Abyssal Blade used again.
Yeah, they really don't let
cooldown on that. Yeah. He's gonna buy back into the game, but they get the free tier 2, and
what is going on here?
Buyback. Seem to be falling apart.
Alliance, crumbling a little bit here. This could still get exciting. I had kind of written VP off at this point almost, but you know, the game isn't over until it's over. So
well, the way that you describe their comeback, the way the comeback in the game, I mean, there's always the ability to just capitalize on mistakes of the enemy, right?
Yeah. Absolutely,
that's kind of what we're seeing
always.
Right now.
And another Minotaur Horn found, this time by the VP side. So.
Look at this IO's inventory. He has a Minotaur Horn just for safekeeping, a Witless Shaco now, and obviously the Essence Ring. This is, I mean, can you pick better items for IO this game? Neutral-wise? That's insane. That's really good. I mean, he has 3,300 HP now.
His items are very good this game, for sure.
And this is a Holy Locket, by the way. I don't know if I've seen this in this patch at all.
This is kind of the only hero in this patch that I would consider it on, because you really want to keep your wand anyway. IO ideally never wants to replace it unless he's like 5 or 6 slotted. So, it's just a nice upgrade for IO to get in particular. Maybe that's why IO is so good. If a hero can use Holy Locket, it's broken, right? So
that's a good point. Oh, you can see the smoke here from Alliance. See if they're able to catch the off guard. The stomp to Sheep Epileptic, I should say, into the Doom. Gets the Omni ult, but he will not live through the day. 100 seconds on the deck. Does have a buyback available. Resolution. A ton of homing missiles applying to him. Call down coming now. There's the buyback onto Slark. We're seeing the Doom again use it. That was the second Doom used? Did he have actually
refresher?
Oh, he does have a refresher. Yeah. Okay. Very nicely done from him. And Epileptic finally uses that ult, but really to no avail. And now Alliance starting to run over VP in their own base. And remember, they already have a Rax here top, so they have to go to another lane or perhaps just go for Roche.
Yeah. This was very nicely played by 33. He got the 2 perfect Dooms off. He got the one on Slark, and then he got the one on the Mag. And I'm surprised Epileptic Kid didn't get Shadow Dance off on the first Doom. He had the Linken's proc, and then maybe they just stacked the stuns so nicely that, or stacked the spell so nicely that the Dark Pact didn't buy him enough time. I didn't see it completely in detail, but I mean, either way, whether that was a mistake or a big play, it's probably the game-winning moment.
It's nice as a Doom to rely on your teammates to proc the Linken's. Not having to buy a Halberd is kind of big. Now you have a full refresher with Shiva's. Well, we have an Aghanim Scepter actually being available. It's going to be picked up by the Windrunner. See how that comes into play. Lasso onto the Doom. Bringing it up to the high ground. RP onto 2 heroes. Skewer up the high ground. A little bit of miscommunication again with the Slark, but damage has been done. Treant Protector is done, so save. Looks like he'll be the trade, a 1-for-1. He's going to buy back into the game immediately. Has no lasso to speak.
Oh, that's a good change.
Limp taking a little bit of a Lich ult. And the homing missile is going to connect on no one, who will buy back into the game. BKB popped by Nico as he's being chased by the Slark now, who has 19 charges right now on Essence Shift. Linken's is proc. There's the jump in from the Doom again into the Shivas. He has absolutely no ultimate to work with, though, so this is still a potentially good fight for VP if they can actually salvage this. Solo will finally go down to the triple kill to Nico, and now it looks like VP is on the defensive. But I feel like they can still go back in if they really want to.
This fight is playable. Slark has 21 stacks. But yeah, you invested a lot into this. You bought back your mid hero, you bought back your 4. Wait, how many did you buy back? Was it 4 heroes? You bought back 4 heroes, actually. The only guy who didn't buy back there was Omni Knight. Which means Rezo will be able to afford Linken's. This seems like will be his item of choice. By the way, sporting the 0 deaths on Omni this game.
0,
kind of
0,
funny
and
to
10.
See.
Goodness.
Yeah, he just isn't dying.
Hey, he's got 10 out of the
second
15
Linken's
kills.
would be nice. He was hovering in Ags earlier, but I think they've identified that Doom is the biggest problem. Doom or Shackle Shot, so being able to perhaps block both of those for Slark now could help.
Doom, by the way, is going towards an Aghanim Scepter. I absolutely love this item on him, by the way. The break doesn't really do that. No, it doesn't really do anything. The extra stun on Infernal Blaze would be pretty big. Skewer does miss. Nico maybe using the Aghanim Scepter to full effect. But Fortification is popped, and this is actually backdoor protected for now as well, but it doesn't really matter.
I was 25.
Yeah, Nico's doing a shit ton. Oh, he is 25, so...
So IO, you'll see balls everywhere. As if there wasn't enough already.
Good, clean stuff.
As if this hero isn't literally balls already. Give him some more balls.
Can you please stop saying balls? This is a PG stream.
Okay.
Have you seen... I talked to Kezu about this as well. Do you like Aghanims on Doom? Just generally, not... I mean, you could talk about this game.
I think yes, but probably in this kind of slot. I think you buy it this late.
Yeah.
You get a lot of other items first, and then it's a super late game luxury. It's also kind of nice with Refresher, just because even 2 Infernal Blades actually is a very strong stun, right? So.
Yeah, the stun is, I think it's about 2 seconds, I want to say?
It's 1.75, okay. I want to say.
Yeah, but, yeah, 1.75. Pretty strong.
Yeah, it is 1.75.
In terms of passives, is there anything? I guess Omni's degen aura will be broken. I don't know how Slark... I mean, I guess Essence Shift, that is... It's not that big of a deal because you're probably dooming him anyway, but it could come into effect potentially. We shall see if it makes a difference. Of course, Doom now sporting that. We saw it in the last fight, the Refresher Orb. We'll have 2 to work with. And VP with very little in the way of buybacks. Oh, there's a skew onto the gyro. This could be a good way to get to this game. There's the overgrowth to follow, though. No one looking for the RP, not able to find anything, though. Slarkins continue to right-click the Handskin IO, who pops that Essence Ring. And now the pressure is being applied on the Virtus Pro as they are scurrying back to their fountain. Doom applied to the Magnus, and now the racks will fall very swiftly.
No one RP'd himself, Shannon.
Oh, I didn't even think he actually pulled it off. Well, he didn't technically, but I didn't even think he cast it. I thought he canceled it. Wow, that is that's game losing right there. Although they were losing anyway. So and now the tier 4 towers look to be falling very short. Lich is going to get stunned up into the double stomp from 33, who pops that refresher into another Doom on Magnus. He's like, you screwed up your RP once, I'm not going to let you screw another one up for you. I'm going to help you out here. Doom you back into the fountain. And this throne looks to be super dead, as Alliance will go on to win game 1. Very good. Alliance.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing about how they played the game was how they positioned relative to each other in team fights. It's easier said than done, and they did a very good job at being able to play around each other, but still not setting up for great RPs or too strong chain frosts, and playing around Omni Knight very well too. It never felt like the G.
Dire are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack.
FN's like item build queue up thing here, because he's got a Mithril Hammer, an Ogre Axe, and then a Blade of Alacrity, and then the BKB.
Okay, he did finish the BKB.
Okay.
He tricked us.
Got it.
I thought he might have opted to go for the Aghanims after buying the Mithril Hammer, and thinking that maybe that was the item. They are going to get a pick on the King RB here. Nice kill.
Finish.
Alright, how close is E-Blade? Alright, so he still needs another like 2k. And then we could potentially see some heroes fall over. The Lich is still very squishy, only 1000 HP. Who else? I mean, Puck, but it's really hard to E-Blade combo a Puck. The guy basically has to be asleep at his keyboard if you're going to hit him with those spells. So it's pretty much just the Lich and maybe a bit of extra damage on like the Doom or the Shaper if they're frontlining.
I guess Boxy is the other way that you can maybe make it work, is like if you manage to find a Burrow Strike into E-Blade or something after.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And he did just finish off his Blink Dagger now as well. So we'll see. One of the better heroes to set up for relocate ganks too.
Yeah, the important thing about that is like also having vision. And right now, you know, Liquid, they only have the one ward and it's a defensive ward. It's not the best feeling. You want at least like one in the enemy's jungle, kind of what Pain have right now. That ward spot, by the way, is really good because it's between both cliffs. So if you put a sentry on the cliff to the right and the middle, and you put a sentry on the cliff to the left, it will miss both of them. Like the ward just stays there. So really good ward supports out there.
Tether away, Stania living. Yeah, there's a couple. That's something that I've started to do more and more often now. Watching it is just like if there's a sentry on a cliff, just press Alt, see where it extends to, and then just put it a little bit past there.
Yeah, it's a really good practice because there's like a couple of general rules of warding that a lot of people just like fail at all the time. One, never drop your observer first.
Right.
Always drop the sentry, because if the person has an obs down already, then they're gonna drop a sentry there anyway, right? So you're just giving them a free ward, a 2-for-1 if you just drop your obs first. And the other one is never ward in vision. Like if you know that they can see you, just don't drop the ward.
Yeah.
Like it's, because it's just gonna die. And we've actually seen that happen today, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it happened in one of the games earlier, but it's one of those things where sometimes you drop a ward for a fight, like try to get vision so you can see like the high priority heroes and stuff, and then the ward just immediately dies after the fight ends. But those are a little bit different.
Yeah. I mean, the value of having it for that fight there makes up for having it dewarded afterwards. A little dangerous here. Strike through. They find themselves Manny, but the turnaround was not quite in time. Chain Frost's gonna bounce around a little bit. They managed to find him. The Doom comes out, but he's already shifted on over, it looks like, and healing up a heck of a lot. But now HFN on top of him with this DD will have the pounce afterwards, and with no chance for a relocate away, that's going to be 3 dead. HFN triple kill. Now sitting on a heck of a lot of Essence Shift, but already Liquid trying to cut through those creep waves. They don't have a wave with which to push, but they're gonna go Roche instead.
Yeah, this is they're never gonna kill the Slark. They're not gonna have the damage. I mean, discounting the fact that he had a completely free lane and just got to do essentially whatever he wanted from minute 0 until now. He also has the best Slark tier 2 item in the game, which is People's Gift, because it just gives you an extra 200 and what is it, 60 HP? I suppose Vambrace and Ring of Aquila are up there, but personally, as Slark, I feel you just want enough HP to live through the burst, and then you can just either choose to engage or run away. The People's Gift just kind of gives you that, it's that extra little buffer you need. Ooh, coil miss.
No.
Hate to see that one.
Pounce got. Tag is gonna go down there, and get the finish onto him.
What ingratitude!
So 12K net worth lead.
Yeah, this is I don't know. I feel like Liquid, their lineup shouldn't really be crumbling this badly. But I think it goes back to the fact that they didn't really react well to the tri-lane, or maybe they just didn't have the heroes to react to the tri-lane, as Insania is going to die again in his own woods here. And then on top of that, I feel like Koika's build, I think you just go phase blink this game. Like, your team needs you.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be the guy hitting Ancients at 13 minutes into the game when your offlaners had absolutely no game. The Doom is winning a 2v1. Like, something needs to happen. And you have to be the one to do that.
This one creep right here. It is going to get taken out now as they pop the glyph for it. There's nobody else to cut the next wave. But nonetheless, yeah, a little bit tough. Couriers just saying hi to each other over here. I get what you're saying there, because that was the thing that we saw earlier from the Tiny. Obviously, it was position 4 previously in the other series that we watched, but it felt like it was just getting so much done around the map, and in this one, really not getting that much done at all. And that tends to be the role that Morphlane wants to fill, right? Is just running around the map trying to farm off camps and everything else.
Well, I think it's the read on the game as a whole, or maybe lack of communication.
Okay.
Because if I'm in the offlane this game, if I'm playing the Lina or the Sanhei, I'm going, look, we're getting owned. We're not going to be able to do that much. So someone needs to be able to pick up the slack, and the only hero on the map that can do that is the Tiny. Yeah. There is no other option. The Morphling needs 2 items, because he needs Linken's, and then he needs E-Blade. Not going to be doing anything until that. And then the IO, what's he gonna do? How's he gonna make a play? He was level 2 at 6 minutes.
That was rough.
I don't know. It just feels like one of those things where what he did was a comfort build for him, and he thought that just, you know, going for the max tree build into like the blink dagger would be okay, but it's just not enough damage. Like, you need to be able to blow people up to really influence the map.
Well, maybe this is going to be the turnaround that they need. With the E-Blade done on the morph, they've got Blink, Sanjin Yasha on Tiny. Also, I think I saw some other items get picked up along the way. We'll see what it ends up being, but they've got to hold high ground now. No repair kit this time for Liquid. Well, I think I saw one on Pain.
That was the last series, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Some stuff today has been very questionable for me to watch.
God, turn around, jump and Slam Tuna! Destroyed him! Holy hell! Jesus!
Slam him? I think that's a slamming right there.
Oh God, Pain administering it on their namesake.
Yeah, that was some epic clumping up right there. But that's also the benefit of having the puck, right? Like, Mandy sets that up. He gets and then the Shaker just sees like huge dollar signs in his eyes and he just goes in. Like, you can't resist that, you know?
Well, but also likewise, like, isn't Liquid, if they see somebody hitting high ground, they know the puck's there, isn't it kind of them not to stand in a group where they coiled as 3?
Well, absolutely, but you're not wrong. Like, you're not even a little bit wrong. It's just more about the fact that the only person who can really sit in front of that tower is the Sand King. He can only do that if there's no sentry.
Yeah.
And prepared, so they like drop that sentry bottom like right out of range of where the tier 3 would have been, and then if he can't sandstorm that tower becomes undefendable.
Yeah.
That's kind of how that goes, because Painter's super far ahead, and being able to recognize when you can and cannot defend a tower is, you know, it's a skill. And you look at that and you go, they are so farmed. If we are not already in position to defend this, we cannot defend it.
Speaking of already in position, Liquid trying to make something happen here. The smoke breaks though on the backside. Oh, they got him. HFN moving into the trees. He's like, come at me. I am more than happy to take this fight. Jump forward, gets the coil onto both of them. Got him caught. Tagya trying to run away. Not going to happen. And Quakeba end up throwing one back. It was on the wrong hero, but he is still eventually going to get caught and likely going to get killed as a god-like Mandy. HFN also 12-0-10 on this Slark. Had a hell of a game. Pain came to play.
Is under attack.
Yeah, this is I would say overall their play has been really good, but this to me is a decision-making win. Like, they chose the good lanes.
Right.
They are going to E-Blade combo the Rich here.
He doesn't die. He's not going down. They got the Morphwing now. Mick is stunned, trying to get out of there. He wants to pounce out. Wasn't quite going to happen. It's having Boxy all inning right now for 4-4-4. And he just walks away. Pain keep their Lich alive. They use the E-Blade combo. No more Tiny right now. They're taking a second tier 3 tower. Or they can just head off topside, regen up a little bit more for HFN. Do what they want. Jump forward, coil again. The stomp comes out. Now the Chain Frost back and forth a couple of times, and they already have the Doom onto the poor old Morphwing, which means there's going to be a lot of stacks for HFN. Fissure comes out, connects there, finding themselves this Morph. 28 stacks as well as 16 permanent. And I think this is about as close to GG as you're going to get this early on. Laguna Blade, not going to happen. Jesus.
Yeah, this is what a free Slark game looks like. I don't know, they kind of like killed 2 birds with one stone. They secured the lane for the Slark, and they also eliminated the biggest threats to the Slark at the same time. And to me, that just said that, you know, your lineup had a glaring issue. If something could happen to you that would make it this lopsided, then the draft obviously has an innate problem, which is we cannot react to defensive tri-lanes. Yeah, you could put the Morphling and the Sand King and the IO top, I guess. Maybe that would have been the solution. And then just have the Lena was the 3, right?
No, it was the 2.
Oh, well, he was higher level and more farmed, so I thought he was the 3 for a while.
Yeah. He was not. Didn't end up mattering. HFN still living through this initiation that comes out because they do not have the levels. They do not have the farm. Does need to be careful about Mickey chasing no more E-Blade. Just gonna spider legs his way on over there. Toss in Mickey. He turns into the Doom now, but King RD is gonna pop his BKB. Did not have a TP available, so he's just gonna have to run away. as 444 hides off in the Roche pit, and he just gets out also. Nobody dies. The only one that ended up going down was the puck.
Oh my. So yeah, the thing that I would take away from this is we needed to adapt our lanes better.
The fight continues. They kill off that Earthshaker. Buyback coming from him. They've got one under control. It's Mickey who's going to kill off that Lich, but they will find him. HFN almost killing him off, but the regen coming in from Insania. We'll get the pushback there. That adaptive strike, the long-range catch leashes them, and now the stuns come out as well, but the relocate gets him away. And God, this has got to be like HFN's 4th DD or something, on top of having 40
he's
distance.
Always double damage. Impressive, actually.
Dude, look at this guy's essence shift right now. Good 132 agi.
Like I said, when nothing on the enemy team really threatens you, you just get to swing at people.
Yeah.
That's the ideal Slark situation. But yeah, I think maybe the more Io Lina tri-lane would have been a better idea than just leaving the Sanking and the Lina top. Just because, like, what did you do in the bot lane besides hit creeps? Like, did you actually stop the Doom? Because you didn't really. Like, Insania chased him around a bunch, but, you know, King RD still got what he wanted. Whereas Pain shut the lane down. They didn't just get farm. They killed, they, you know, secured bounty runes, they kept control, they didn't, like, lose their tower for a very long time.
Right.
Whereas I didn't feel like Liquid Safe Lane really did all that much. I mean, not really anyone did that much this game, if I'm being honest.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, right? Is that more so than even not getting a ton done in the lanes, it's that the heroes that did win it then transition into doing things in the mid game. Because like you're talking about, Tiny maxing out the tree grab, not really having any points up in Avalanche toss to find kills around the map. And obviously Morphling isn't really the type of hero that gets involved early on. I don't know. It felt like Pain just never took their foot off the gas. They recognized their timing and now going to take down another Roshan. Number 2, Liquid. I don't know, man. This is looking rough.
Yeah, there's pretty small likelihood of a comeback from this level of lead, especially given the heroes that Pain have. Slark's one of those really popular cores because when he gets a game, you're in so much control of what happens. You know, you have mobility, you can trade with basically anyone. You have your ultimate and BKB, so you have like 2 escape mechanisms. Your Aghanim gives you even more by having 2 pounces that go like 1 billion range. There's just so much you can do in the game. And the other cool thing about this hero is that if the fights last a long time, awesome. People run away, come back with full HP. You know where all the wards are. Like, this hero kind of has it all, except for a laning phase. Against a lot of heroes, he kind of struggles, but you know they circumvent that problem by just doing the defensive tri-lane, and then it's all good.
Yeah, made it happen. He's got a Lincoln Sphere on top of everything else. He is super farm. Holy Toledo. So next round of pushes, Liquid gonna hope to stop something here. Feeling mighty rough. The Aeon gets done on the puck. Quakeba still laughing about it. Liquid staying in good spirits. They're like, man, we messed up not tri-lane.
I mean, they messed up something. I don't know if they think it's the tri-lane or not the tri-lane, but man, something went wrong.
Tiger goes down, the chase forward, leash, pounced, caught, going to be stomped on and beaten down, muted, couldn't get the switch off, and Echo Slam comes in for good measure. HFN dropping somewhat low, but guess what? This man still has Shadow Dance, and he still has an Aegis, more importantly, as he regens back up to full, and GG is called. That was a hell of a stomp, my goodness.
Yeah, they like you said, they just kind of got control of the game and never really let go. I think, I don't think Liquid's heroes were bad, honestly.
Yeah.
I think it was a laning error and maybe a tiny gameplay error where he kind of went a build that I feel would have been nice if one of his side lanes was actually winning. That's when the, you know, the max tree build feels nice, is when you're
Fnatic's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
Did think they'd take the... Oh, I guess maybe they're not as concerned about snagging the puck now because they know that Aster probably aren't going to pick the puck. So they might be worried about a potential mag pick from Aster.
And they probably just want the magnet.
10 seconds remaining.
That's true. I just can't believe they're not picking puck.
5 seconds remaining.
Is Lone Druid relevant at all right now? We're thinking of 23 Savage heroes and no Naga in the pool.
I wouldn't consider him at this point. Although he used to be a lane counter versus the OD. That was pretty hype.
He did at one point.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's really the case anymore. No PL either.
Thank goodness. I'm kind of done on that. What about, do you think Aster wants to try some Team Nigma? Take the Ember? They have the last pick, so that shouldn't be the pick now. This should just be their 5 hero. Wyvern's still in the pool. I don't see any reason not to take it. It's a classic counter pick to the Magnus.
And it gives you the double regen with the Omni, gives you another save alongside the OD, but they go for Elder Titan instead.
Okay, so this was something that was banned in the first phase last game. It was also banned in our first series today, too.
It was, yes.
Yeah.
Dire
Scary
team
hero,
back.
great setup.
Medusa.
Whoa, Medusa.
Oh, the VP strats. So the only
Talk to me about Deucer. I thought she was a little bit weak right now. I would not have thought of her for Fnatic, but good team fight.
She's getting a lot of love on the Reddits right now. There's like, Medusa's so bad, please fix this hero, save her. She's an abysmal pick rate, pretty bad win rate, but she got picked at the Singapore event twice, I believe, by VP, and they won both games. I'm pretty sure, with Epileptic Kid playing it, and it looked pretty good. Benefits, like what's different now is that her snake's not as good because it doesn't steal the mana from people. You still get mana, you just don't steal it. But she gets this movement speed bonus during her ulti. And I played a Medusa game since that change, and it felt really good. Like, it's pretty cool. You like slither right in there. It's very hype.
10 seconds remaining.
And it does last long enough. That sounds like a good initiation and getaway tool.
5 seconds.
Okay.
It's almost like a counter initiation play.
I mean, looking at their lineup, they do have, it's a similar flavor to the Naga in terms of a carry with a big team fighting ultimate that synergizes with Disruptor. Magnus can definitely go late. Decent against OD too. Yeah. Right? You build some int.
Fnatic.
They banned out that Brewmaster you mentioned, and now Gyrocopter. This was the SCCC hero last game, so Fnatic not going to mess around with that.
The chat, I saw them. They went in for the AM. They were like, yo, easy AM. They didn't ban it, though. I don't know if you need to go AM. I feel like that might be a little unnecessary. I think you can just, like, play faster timing. I feel like AM is just, like, unnecessarily slowing yourself down, and it's, like, kind of bad versus Disruptor and Magnus,
5
so...
seconds remaining.
I would rather something like the PL that's just, like, a diffusal here, like a Stark or something, maybe. I don't know if I'm all in on the AM. But, you know, she was kind of a classically countered by that hero for very good reasons.
Yeah.
I also don't know if he has good enough supports in lane to make the AM really work.
Slark's also been banned out. Sometimes you can achieve a similar factor with a hero that doesn't mind buying a diffusal and you still get the value out of the mana burn. but PL also taken out.
Dire team.
I mean, it will be sick to have mana burn with your OD too, though.
Yeah.
So the Ice hero was required, and they'll get it. It'll be his Pangolier.
There you go.
The first guy to really make this thing look good.
Yeah, sort of a forgotten about hero. I like it here, though. Very disruptive. I love it when you have somebody, like, multiple ways to initiate that aren't Magnus. You've got swaps, you've got disruptor glimpses, you've got Pangolier just rolling in, crashing on people. It makes it so much easier for the Magnus to be able to follow up or counter initiate with the RP if he can't find the angle to catch more than one hero. Aster, not going to think about it for long. It's a Morphling.
I think the AM would have been a mistake with the Pango getting picked up too. I think it just would have made the lane like a little bit too hard. Like they don't have good enough laning supports, I don't think, to really make it work. I like the Morphling a little bit more. Can steal the Empower for himself. That's pretty hype. But they are picking Pango into Rubik, actually. That's a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
That is like the best spell to steal is Rubik, man. That spell feels incredible. Just instantaneously it gets cast. It is so good. If you have a Blink Dagger and you steal Rolling Thunder, wow.
You're right. There's definitely a small advantage for Aster, but overall, I do kind of like this Fnatic roster. Similar to last game, I can see how they can pull this team fight together. And maybe if this was game one, I'd go, yeah, they've really got to pull it together, though. They're kind of all in on team fights. They did it so well last game for 55 minutes, semi-consistently, that I've got some faith. And if Jabs has a similar game like last time, he's on Vengeful Spirit, a hero that can definitely afford to take some deaths and still make some big plays happen with swaps and positioning. So I've got confidence. What do you think? Are Aster going to do this, or the Morphling OD too much?
I think I like the Aster lineup just a little bit more. I feel like if these names were reversed, I would be like heavily favoring the draft for Aster. Because to me, it looks like similar to that game earlier where we had the OD versus the Huskar, where if he gets that Aghanim Scepter on the OD and you just Astral the Medusa, the rest of their team fight kind of starts to like fall apart.
Yep.
Like she's going to get Astraled and then they're just going to like walk in on top of her. Maybe the ulti will be enough to reverse that, and that's kind of what they're thinking with this pick, because they obviously picked the Medusa into the OD, so they're not worried about that concept.
Aster do have great ways to break up the Wombo.
Yeah, I worry that like one hero gets astraled and then the spirit comes out from ET. And then it's like, now what do we do? Because this guy's going to get stopped right out of the astral. No one else wants to be near him, so they start backing off. Morphling's in the back line picking off somebody because the stops you can land the Static Storm on top of him.
Now, I guess one angle that we haven't talked about as much for Fnatic is we're looking at late game, these big team fights. You can play pretty aggressive with Medusa, depending on how you itemize. You can play this active. All right, guys, I'm level 9. I've got some value stats items. Let's start team fighting with ultimates. I don't know that that's what Fnatic will do, but they could try to out-tempo this. We've seen Morphlings get picked on in that first 10 minutes, right? 15 minutes. Both Morphling and OD need a lot of space at that delicate time.
So much of this just depends on, like, how good are you at Morphling for SCCC? Because Morphling, is he the biggest gap? I feel like the best Morphlings are like way... I feel like I heard someone say this recently, and I definitely agreed with it. It might have been Kyle, but like the best Morphling players are like so much better than the next like good Morphling players. You know what I mean? Like it's one of the easiest heroes that you can instantly recognize, like, okay, this guy plays a lot of Morphling. Because in terms of pushing it to the absolute limit, he's kind of at that like Meepo level of there's always something more you could have done. You know what I mean? Just because of like shifting your attributes, copying a certain hero, which one of your stuns you're using, who are you waveforming on.
Yeah.
It's quite
basically playing Rubik and Morphling at the same time. And I think that's definitely true for two main reasons. One, that Morphling mechanic hasn't been around for that long. So only certain people have really dedicated the hours to truly perfect it and push it to the limit. And number two, it might be one of the highest skill cap things in the game, period. You know, beyond Meepo. Meepo is like, hey, can you micro in Warcraft 3? Okay, you could probably play Meepo pretty well. Morphling, it's just, you got to be able to multiple heroes and read the game. I bet if you've got a lot of hours logged on Rubik and Morphling before that happened, you could pick it up pretty quick. Because Rubik alone is one of those heroes that some players can really play him well and others just can't.
Yeah.
You know, he really doesn't resonate with some people.
Yeah, sometimes you see a pick Rubik and like, oh, okay, it's there to steal the black hole. And then the only thing the Rubik really does the whole game is like steal black hole. And you're like, see, it's a good counter pick. Then other teams take it and you watch them like wait for the perfect spell every time and the perfect opportunity.
Think like Yapsor. You know, he plays Rubik at a level that just, it's tier 1. It's S tier.
Yeah. Fade is definitely one of those heroes though. He is, I mean, he might not be like Yapsor FY level, but he's extremely good at Rubik.
Yeah.
No sorcery.
Oh man, imagine trying to last it as a ranged hero Fade Bolded. Sad life. 37 damage.
Courier has been killed.
Oh.
Courier snipe up top. See you later, Baboka.
Pango plays. Costs him a salve, but Bubba got plus 67 damage here, so with the bonus movement speed, he's putting in work with the boots.
Oh yeah. But a lot of damage in return. ET, very annoying. Level 1, level 2.
So what Bubblegum wants to do is stack all these camps in the jungle. I think he's might be going to do it now, or does he have to pull first? Yeah, he's going to pull first. So he wants to pull, and then he's going to leave his Morphling, and he's going to run over here. He's going to stack these camps, and then he's going to do a triple spirit, gather, and then fly it over here to catch it and start punching people. That is the ideal ET play right now.
Okay. You've mapped it out for us. Let's see if Baboka can execute. Maximize the efficiency.
Get your stacks, Bulbaga, go! Yes! Yes! Stack! All right, he knows. He's a gamer.
See it.
Yeah.
See it in action. We're all taking notes.
Oh, he's not a gamer. I lied.
Okay.
That's easy double stack. Come on, Bulbaga.
All right, well,
where's
that's how
the
you
spirit?
stack the medium camp in the dire jungle. I'm going to clip that for later.
It's all right. Bulbaga is obviously a very experienced ET. He'll figure it out.
Damn, dude. You just indirectly really made him look like a chump.
Whoa,
That was like the hardest
literally
flame
watch
I've heard
ETs
from
do
you in
this
a while.
all the time.
All right, guys.
Dude, I've watched
Here's
Z-Freak.
what a real Elder Titan looks like.
I mean, dude, I've watched Z-Freak do triple stacks just like without even looking at his hero.
He out from DJ. It's good. So checking in on the mid. OD versus Magnus. Another one of these matchups where you kind of want to say, yeah, OD should do well, and Magnus does better. They both farm.
Yeah, it's absolutely absurd how much this bonus damage has just made this Magnus a lane anywhere guy.
Yeah, dude, you get a Quelling Blade and you can't even think about beating him in last hits. It's easy mode. You're kind of playing with a double damage rune on compared to most other mid laners.
Another big advantage is like always making sure they have the wards too to like help cover himself. Because you tend to play a little bit deep down there in the lane. So he's level 4 though now, so he has a seer anyway.
It's also the speed at which Magnus can kill the neutrals. You know, a lot of heroes utilize that camp in the mid, but he can actually do stuff like this where he just runs over to the wolves and goes, yeah, sure, let's just do 2.
And he won't even miss much. He might miss like 2 creeps mid, and he gets 2 camps.
We'll salve up. So making sure to stay safe. How's our bottom lane looking? Old Deucer, 16-3. Hanging in there. Doing pretty well.
Yeah, pretty similar to SCCC up top on the morph. He's got a couple creeps on him too. All right, Bulbaga, but plus 39 damage. This is not an acceptable amount of damage here, Bulbaga. Come on now. Maybe he's not an ET player.
Oh, sorry. I'm watching this jabs fades chase. Forced a salve out of him.
He's only stacking 1 camp. He stacked it again.
Well, is that great?
No.
Got 1 triple stack. 5 minutes.
Oh, nice pull from DJ. Oh, look at all these creeps coming. Ice this way. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. That's Triple C gonna have to salve up here.
Benj getting some creep control down bottom, too. Zadok having a good time in these lanes.
They did have to send the mag home, though. You know, he's from on neutrals. Now it's like a 400 gold lead, and ooh. Juan goes for the low ground observer ward. Scouted by the high ground one, and I mean, it's gonna block the camp, but it's not gonna last long.
Jabs, he's going for the courier, doesn't find it.
Well, at least it wasn't
Heartbreaker.
first blood.
Treasures.
The DJ kill on Baboka was, yeah. So Aster grabbed 3 runes.
Another. At least they got that going for them.
Yeah.
Chuan has the catapult wave in the mid lane now, though, so might want to push this in with the next wave. See if he can get some damage on the tower, and that's going to force the mag to come address him in the mid, especially because Mag's camp there is going to be. Actually, he still has 1 to farm anyway, so it won't really matter. But
Chuan's pretty happy right now. Number 1 on net worth by a nice bump. He's just free farming his Magnus jungles, so no threat at all.
Oh, Fade. Does he know? He knows. The hero gets the observer. What a legend.
Great D-ward.
And the rune's going to be bottom. It'll double back as he's notified by Chuan. Oh, just scouted in time by the fresh Ob. Moon will know that there's an Invis Rubik out and about. So Fade runs top with it right away.
Stutters for a second, maybe thinking about the Magnus.
Yeah,
not an easy target to go on.
They're trying to, like, because they probably think Moon didn't see him.
OD does have a Sanities, so they only have to get him so low. There's some potential here. Under the tower, it's a tough call.
You have to lift him mid-skewer. That's why Moon's moving far enough back before he skewers, because he knows he can't let it get canceled, so he's just playing that to the limit.
If he didn't see that, he gets pulled back now. Do they have the combo? Chuan might try this. He's dancing forward, and it's close. The Moon survives. RP on 2 on the tower. Jabs is here, and there's the turn. He's made it back. Chuan gets stunned, and Jabs should be able to find this kill, and he does.
Oh, wow, the creeps actually got all the kills.
You're right.
They really helped out there.
I wish we had that on the team fight recap. Damage done by creeps, because the heroes only did 400 each. So.
Wow. Yeah, the tower and the creeps were the real MVPs there. All right,
Nice
hold on. Can you please click the OD right now and make sure I'm not hallucinating? I believe he's not going to buy that.
A holy locket?
All right, he was just clicking the magic wand and actually clicked the holy locket instead.
Yeah, I was going to...
I was ready for the new meta, though. You know?
I don't know. I'm happy with Holy Locket where it is now. At least it has sort of a place.
At least it's still useless. Yeah, I agree.
Well, you can up. It doesn't take a new item slot compared to what it used to. You know, I always hate selling my wand, so I like that I can pick Dazzle now and hang on to that wand until the late game.
It would have been okay if neutral items didn't also get introduced.
All right, ice. Keep pump faking this Rolling Thunder. He's playing with him. He's trying to get inside of their heads right now, Trent. The Ice classic.
That is his go-to plan.
One of the only players I have seen consistently drop items to try to bait cancel or bait like TP cancels, like multiple high stakes games.
Also, the player that you also see items dropped at the most. People love returning it at him all the time.
That's a good point. He's definitely brought it on himself, though. And now they'll take the setup onto Baboka. He gets the bump back, and this is looking good for a kill. Down goes ET.
Quick and easy. Not a great game so far. Have not felt the impact of the bullying of the hero. He's pretty much just playing for the mid and the late game. And you better hope that Rubik's going to get something, because ET is not going to be that valuable.
Yeah.
And Rubik is getting something, because Fade's getting the mid lane farm right now, as the Jabs does the same. Jabs is almost level 6.
Chuan finds an arcane ring.
Oh, that's a good one.
Pretty happy OD.
He also has the Ironwood tree too, so he's really happy.
So should be okay here.
What? So what's going on bottom? Why is Chuan's farming mid? He's level 6. Medusa's farming jungle. She's level 8, and no one's farming bottom. Is Omni that beefy? No one can contest this?
No one can stop the level 8 Omni.
Radiant
Are they going to get both of them?
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, he's going to get it. No.
Oh, maybe not.
Jabs is going to get there.
Here. The 2 fights breaking out. Oh, no. Top, Rolling Thunder. Fnatic are going to commit. Baboka should be going down. S-Triple-C probably makes it out. Now back in the bottom lane.
Jabs killed himself to do this.
Against XXS. Drops the stun onto Fade. Savage looking for the kill, but there's a heal in time. Now OD's here. Savage does not have a stone gaze. Does get the kill on Fade. That's quite nice, but he is going to get brought down for sure. Sanity's Eclipse shouldn't be needed, but they've got it just in case.
Yeah, Tron didn't even play with the idea of trying to save Fade. He was like, nah, dude, you can just knock. Yep. It's cool. I think I'll just make sure I save my Astral for actual damage.
325. In my head, I was thinking, oh yeah, it just saves people. No, it still does a shitload of damage too. Pretty good spell.
What are you talking about, sorry?
Astral.
Oh yeah, no, Astral's amazing.
Oh yeah, 325. That's pretty good.
Well, as you pointed out before, though, at the very least, they did use the swap to guarantee that they would capture the outpost, and it meant that Astro didn't get any bonus. Losing your Medusa, obviously not worth it, though.
Now mid, another little skirmish breaking out again onto Fade. Combo, and there's a swap to make it happen. OD.
They have a level 7 and level 6 support duo right now, versus the 4 and level 6 on the Rubik who just died twice in a row.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures
7-3. Small lead for Fnatic, but look at this. They're playing this active Dusa I was talking about. Yasha, mid lane. He is still going to try to maximize farm, but
up top,
they are team
RP. Moon just takes the solo kill onto Bovica. Still level 4.
Yeah.
Can I get a toe?
Set up mid, but take the solo kill when you can find it.
He's got his Echo Saber done. He's got Broom Handle, Double Bracer, Echo.
Great kit for the Magnus.
Pain Reservoir.
That's triple.
Some heroes like that. That Broom Handle just feels so nice.
Yeah, I think every hero. Well, I don't even care if I'm a ranged hero, man.
Yeah, okay.
12 damage, 3 armor for free. Nice. Stolen the power by Fade. Give yourself that sick double bonus.
Drums coming out for the Omni Knight.
Yeah.
Simple.
No, we didn't see too much since the last nerf. Down to 4 stats. Losing 2 stats and not buffing any of the other aspects of it seemed a little harsh to me. But we were getting a lot of games with like 2 or even 3 drums on a lineup, so it seems like it was a necessity. But
starting to get into Aquila status. That's what Aura. Yeah, but we all want it, so
I mean,
we're all just gonna get it.
He has the gold for it, and he's not buying it. So I don't know if he's like, maybe I'm not gonna do this.
No, he's got it.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what he would pivot into here. He's already committed with the crown and gloves.
Maybe he's just really good at managing his reliable gold.
Possible.
He does have 142 reliable gold. Doesn't want to waste it.
Are there any players that are known specifically for really min-maxing the unreliable?
Not really, I don't think.
Ice mid. Still with the pump fakes. Doesn't commit for it.
I think it's an underrated aspect when you're position 5. Because you can build up a nice, a reliable gold that you really need in the mid game for those like clutch buybacks. Nice swap into static.
Find Schwan next to the shrine though, a little dangerous. RP does connect on 2. Still TP's coming in. Where's the follow-up for Moon? GA's there. Swap, Jabs trying to keep his Magnus alive. Ice rolling on in. Does set up the kill on the OD. They do trade Jabs, but Boca falls next, and it's a good fight for Fnatic. A 1-for-3 now as XXS on the run will survive. 11-4. A good team fight.
That was a full shrine usage there, and still not able to save themselves. That is absurd. He had to do 2,700 damage there from that Magnus, but he's got the items for it right now, right? The guy's got the broom handle, the echo, the double bracer. He hits so hard. He hits for 220, cleaving with a double shot like that onto heroes that haven't been able to really like build up that big set of armor yet. And the only way they win that fight is if he managed to get the RP steal, but he was just a little bit too late on it, and so he only got the shockwave.
Right. Aster, gonna need to make something happen sooner rather than later. Let's check in on the Morphling. Feel like I haven't looked at S-Triple-C in a while. Double damage rune. Lincoln's gonna be coming up and got that value Ironwood tree. So, yeah, he's getting some space, but he is not out farming the Medusa Magnus. And that's going to be one of the problems here. Yeah, Morphling can farm okay.
Dude, this looks like some like 2012 Morphling or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it just feels so slow. And OD will go to the Aghanims, of course. One piece left.
SCCC is going to have to make absolutely humongous plays with his spells because he's itemizing full defensively versus a team that isn't particularly bad versus Lincoln's. Right. Like what the best thing it's going to do is protect him from Glimpse, but he already has Waveform too to try and help out in those situations. So I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, it gets sort of lucky and unlucky at the same time. Committed to that Morbid Mask, but finds Vampire Fangs.
Oh yeah, that hurts. That's actually a really bad feeling.
Well, darn. I will say about this kind of Morphling build, though, there's this critical mass opportunity for Aster where it does enable Morphling to come online. The hardest part is getting the Lincolns. And same kind of deal with OD. We're getting closer to the point where they become real heroes. 30 minutes tends to be that magic number where they can actually show up to fights.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This goes on too long, and OD Ultimate becomes very scary against this Pango Magnus duo.
Pango with the mangoes?
Pango on the mango. Call him Pangus.
They're still working towards that Aghanims. Very close. And then the fights feel much easier to play for Aster, but I really think this crippled ET is hurting them a lot. This support has been pretty much worthless, but hopefully the Ags is what's going to let him shine, right? There's going to be tons of setup in the engagements, a lot of pressure to get that really good ulti off. That's why he needs to get levels right now. He should be their top priority just to like get more points in the aura and the stomp. And the spirit for that matter. You really just want every spell maxed out.
You're level 6
at
at 17 minutes. You're hoping for anything.
Yeah.
Well, there's a real deficit here.
They have a ward that has spotted Moon. ISS just pinged exactly on it though. So I don't know if he might know.
It's like Aster starting to rally in the bottom lane. 4 heroes. They're 5th on his way down. Fnatic do not have a tier 1, but they'll start moving into that tier 2. Right now, Medusa, the only one not with them. Get a decent 4v5 or get a pick.
It's a weird place to fight. No reinforcements, whereas they have the actual outpost there for Aster, but they're trying to catch them off guard here.
All right.
Oh, but they've caught the Magnus.
They'll jump in. Swan's still pretty far forward. Moon survives the initial onslaught as Ice jumps in. Rolling Thunder to break things up. Jab's the only one caught by the stomp. Medusa is here. Did TP in. Swap. Jabs. Sets up an RP on 4. They have the follow-up damage. GA helping him sustain for now, but Savage is alive and well, and they're starting to clean house. They get Baboka. Elder Titan Stomp doesn't do a hell of a lot. Swan falls off on the side. Waveform away. XXS just on the run, but they will get chased down, and on the backside, there's a whole nother engagement going on. Fade. It's a disastrous fight for Aster. How deep are they going to go for this Omni? Ice is still charging.
Why should they stop? What, Morph gonna show up?
Well, depends how deep they go. Elder Titan's back. They're into the tier 3s now, bud. There we have it. Or do we? Kinetic Field. XXS finally out of gas. There's the stomp, though. What do you got, Baboka?
DJ's breaking rank. He went under the tower.
Okay, TP in from Fade. Glimpse. DJ still alive. Another Rolling Thunder. He's actually looking for the kill on Baboka, and he finds it.
And DJ got away. He ran south. He got right past Chuan.
Oh my gosh. Fnatic are just running circles around him at this point.
Quite literally. All right, but like, can we just talk about how Moon has put this game completely on his back? Like, this guy could not have played any more perfect. He got already, what, a 2 and a 4-man RP? Actually, the last one might have been 3.
The last one was 4, I think.
Yeah, this one was 4.
Up.
The one down bottom was 4.
Yeah. Oh, the one before that was 3.
Yeah. So, kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
And they're going to have both outposts controlled at the 20-minute mark. They're probably going to get all 4 runes.
They are definitely going to get all 4 runes. Yeah, dude, hitting basically back-to-back RPs like that before 20 minutes.
That's so similar to game 1.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing.
Bigger lead for Fnatic, though, earlier on. I mean, they're starting to snowball this thing. XP is almost up to 15K.
It's funny because this is how people talk about Medusa, where it's like, you basically just play as if she doesn't exist, and that's kind of what they've done this game. But I mean, Morphling's doing the same thing, and like he's not really that involved either. He's 0-0 and 2, so it works out. The Medusa is gonna farm better than the Morphling in those perfect scenarios.
Radiant are
And the aggression continues with another smoke and a Static Storm ready to follow up a swap.
Even getting the Medusa involved. I love the way Fnatic are doing this. See a rolling cube. That's cute.
Oh, Ice didn't like that. He's like, yo, you stole my ulti? Oh no, Fade, what? Why didn't he go for the high ground jump? I guess he got queued anyway, so it wouldn't matter. He would still get glimpsed.
Does get saved though. Chuan's there. Moon with a fresh BKB.
Just gonna pump fake that RP. Be like, just so you guys know, it is back.
Tower has fallen.
React accordingly.
Scares me, dude. That one is. You accidentally use that RP and it feels bad.
Yeah, the accidental ravage completion upon pump faking. That's a rough one too.
Some are easier than others. Like the Naga ult, super easy, long cast point. Magnus's is just enough that
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
every so often.
You fat finger it.
Dire's middle tower.
No fat fingering today for Fnatic. Everything clean and precise for them.
Oh yeah. 11K, 22 minutes. Roshan standing. Certainly could be something Fnatic want to consider. Generally, ET is the king of the pit. So good at delaying these kind of Roche attempts, but I think Fnatic just have so many AoE tools in close quarters that they feel very comfortable taking a team fight around this area.
Yeah, pretty well-regarded comeback hero as well, but very difficult when you're this far behind. But oh man, that Roche is taking a bit of time. Ice is TPing away. Hey.
Almost. XXS goes, I wonder if they're, oh, damn it. Now the swap back. They're going to start this team fight. They do not have the disruptor. GA resets a little bit for Aster, but now Ice goes charging in with the Rolling Thunder. Zap's on the low ground, hanging onto that ultimate. They've also got the RP. Out comes the Shrine. That's all the healing they're going to get. A great RP from Moon. Connects on 2. BKB's up. Fade's gone down. SCCC able to wait for him out, but Chuan, he's going to fall after finishing off jabs. It's still not a great fight for Aster, and they could still lose this Morphling. He got chased down, and they got him indeed. Spirit Vessel on the Pangolier makes it so much harder for the Morphling in those kind of fights.
Just
devastating.
Yeah, casually RPing the Morphling and the OD together.
Yeah, right.
The two big
So
cores.
the most valuable too.
Yeah. It's worth about as much as RPing the other 3.
Buybacks are available, but Aster may be wise to hold him. I mean, what can they do? Fade's going to be caught a little too far forward. Limp sets it up.
I mean, they're done.
Yeah, this is...
So there's no sanities for 2 minutes. They still have Stone Gaze and an Aegis.
And Savage is huge. So is the Magnus, to be fair, but I mean, look, she's got a Scotty.
Oh, they glimpsed him back on his respawn. Oh, they wave a turret in the fountain, I think, or something. They got some vision on him, or he just walked out. That is a painful one. So if you guys don't know, you get glimpsed back to where you were 4 seconds ago. So if you respawn, walk out of the fountain, and get glimpsed, you're gonna go back to where you were, like 2 or 3 seconds where when you died.
Yep. Similar concept to like Weaver buying back, popping his ultimate to get into the fight. Not distance related like that. So.
Ooh. Yeah.
Well, tier 2 in the bottom lane. Savage pokes at the tier 4s.
Yeah, he knows. All right, that we can't really do. That's a little bit too much open ground to want to fight against an ET, and so Aster are not throwing in the towel.
Is it
Fnatic gonna respect that? Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice.
10 seconds on RP, bud.
7,
22 on Rolling
6.
Thunder.
Oh god. There's the wave.
Up the Lincolns, they pull him right back in. This Morphling is done for. The Disruptor combo is there in place. Back right away. Jabs gets brought down pretty low. They don't finish him off, though.
And here comes the RP. Oh, they're clumping.
Another defensive Astral. Boca isolated on the low ground. Just a single hero RP, but he catches the big one.
Big
on GA to counter initiate. Stun, locking him down. Only a second left, and he's done for. XXS on the way back. GG gets called. Buybacks are available, but it won't matter. Fnatic make quick work of him in game 2. 25 minutes, 23k net worth. That was a stomper.
Wow. Fnatic making the Medusa look very good. Perhaps a game where any position one could have looked strong in that scenario. As most people in the chat were